Hey everybody, I'm Josh, and welcome to another episode of Just Sayin. Thank you. On the show today, join me as we continue our 4-part series of Dating 101 with Week 3, the engagement and wedding. Sit back and relax because I got a lot to say. That's right, everybody. It is week 3 in our 4-part dating series of Dating 101, where we focus on the engagement and the wedding. And there are some things that you may not think about, but just might be a little crazy. And I have to say, you have to be 18 years or older to watch the show today. There are some graphic pictures. Hilarious, but some graphic pictures in the show. So please be sure to be 18 years or older to watch the show. If not, I can't control you, but I'm just warning you. So 2 weeks ago we met. 2 weeks ago we were on the lookout for a date. Then we started dating someone, and then we got engaged, and we're having the wedding. So that's what we're doing this week. We're going to take a look at some hilarious pictures that, like I said, are going to be graphic well, you'll see. So let's answer the age-old question. What is Josh drinking? And PepsiCo, call me. It's my mission by the end of this calendar year to be promoting you. I know I'm promoting you now. But grape Gatorade, cool blue Gatorade, or Mountain Dew. That's all I want. Even coupons. So, with that said, I am drinking Mountain Dew today. So refreshing. Moving right along, something funny happened the other day, so I have to tell you what's going on. So, side story. I play Animal Crossing. And for those of you who don't play it, you can go through and tear down every cliff, fill in every river or pond, and completely redo your island. You can move houses, buildings, whatever. But in order to do that, you have to put in a request, and then the next calendar day, the house or building or whatever will be moved. And so there's 10 houses, 3 buildings, and so it would take forever if you actually waited for the calendar date. So some people will time travel. And so I time travel. Well, my Animal Crossing game is in March. Okay? So the actual date right now is January 20th. I am filming this episode, which will air, or which will post the end of February-ish. And so I'm also writing and planning the next season, which takes place in April, May, and June. So I'm all over the place. If you ask me what the date is, I have to look it up. Like, I don't know off the top of my head what even the day of the week is. So the other one day last week, I sat down, same day I do every month, and wrote out my bills. And yes, I'm an old man. I write checks still. And so I sent out my bills. I'm at work a couple days ago, and I'm ringing something into the POS, and I notice my phone, which, another side story, I used to put my phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. And my family kind of got mad at me because I didn't know when they sent me text messages. Until a friend of mine showed me a setting in the phone that you can turn on, and it will only allow people in your phone to ring through. Even if they hang up and call right back, it will not ring through. And so I have my phone set on that now. So basically, it's just people that are in my phone. So you can still text me, but I don't get any calls from people I don't know. And so I was ringing something into the POS, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye, my screen on my phone went dim. And I'm like, I didn't get a message on my watch. Like, who called me? So I look at my phone. It was a missed call from Ameren, Illinois, which is our electric company. I'm like, crap, I just sent the bill in. There's no way they should be shutting me off. What is going on? So I call them back. Apparently, I wrote the check for February instead of January. And so they have my check sitting there that they can't do anything with because they can't cash it until the date on the check. So, anyway, that's just what's going on, and it's crazy because I have so much in my life right now, and I kind of want to clear something up. Last episode or the episode before, I said something to the effect of that I personally don't want to date. It's not that I don't want to date, it's just that I'm not actively looking to date. If something were to come along, great, I wouldn't stop it. But I'm not actively looking. Someone I know got offended when I said that, and I just wanted to clear the air. So, anyway, without further ado, let's move on with the show, and it's time for another cheesy monologue. As usual, I went to latenightlol.com and in the search bar typed in engagement. So while outdated, all the jokes will have something to do with engagements. Let me get that off the screen. There we go. Hold on tight. Here we go. I want to congratulate John Stamos, who recently got engaged to his girlfriend, who's 31, and somehow he's still 31. Ricky Martin announced that he is engaged to his longtime boyfriend, who happens to be from Syria. Ricky got down on one knee and said, "Will you help me make Donald Trump's head explode?" A woman in California posted a picture this weekend that went viral showing her engagement ring that her fiancé made using a tooth instead of a diamond. Even worse, it was still 3 months of his salary. Hugh Hefner announced his recent engagement, or as he put it, "I fell for her and couldn't get up." Nice try, Hugh. You still couldn't change me. It's time now for my joke of the week. A 5-year-old boy in Syria and a 3-year-old girl are engaged. It's his second marriage and her first. Chris Humphries has gotten the engagement ring back from Kim Kardashian, and he's selling it at auction for $2 million, which is an impressive ring, and if anyone out there is looking to buy one, go ahead and get it, because there's nothing better than telling your fiancé, I want to spend the next 72 days with you. Congratulations to Joe Biden, whose daughter recently got engaged to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. She met the doctor through her father when he was trying to remove his foot from his mouth. A third man has now accused the Elmo puppeteer of engaging in underage sex, which explains why at Christmas, Sesame Street's replacing the Tickle Me Elmo with, "Can I see some ID, Elmo?" As my engagement present to all of you out there who have recently gotten engaged, I thought it would be fun to give you another joke of the week. A 91-year-old woman in the UK recently got engaged to her 102-year-old boyfriend, which would make them the oldest newlyweds in the world. They're really happy and say they can't wait to spend the rest of their week together. And finally, congratulations goes out to Star Wars creator George Lucas, who recently got engaged to his girlfriend of 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. Of course, though, it is George Lucas, so people will say the first 3 years were great, but the ones after that were kind of iffy. So, one thing a lot of engaged couples don't think of is how your name looks in the announcements in the paper, because sometimes they're hilarious, like the ones in the segment that I like to call, "What's Wrong Here?" Wedding Announcement Edition. There's nothing worse than marrying somebody and seeing your names together for the first time and realizing how insane it sounds. Like this one. How would you like to attend the Peter Rising wedding? How about the Gross Panty wedding? Or even the... Now, I have to say this. Let me get this off the screen. Let me say this first. I am not trying to be offensive when I say this. I think that this would be funnier if they were both lesbians. You'll understand when I tell you the names, which is right now, because it is the Cockman-Dickman wedding. Come on. You have to admit, that would be hilarious. Here's the next one. It's the Beaver Wetter wedding. Now, this next one I know there's one out there, but I cannot personally think of a punchline for it. So I'm going to show you the picture, give you guys a second to think of your own punchline, and I'll even give you this. And then we're going to move on, okay? So here's the next one. It's the little gay wedding. That was hilarious. But I have to say that whole little bit was kind of a little gay. Here's the next one. It's the wide hole wedding. Here's the next one. It's the, and I would hate to have this last name anyway, but it's the Peter Stuckenschneider wedding. The Peter Stuckenschneider. Mr. Stuckenschneider. Or Mrs. Stuckenschneider. How about the stolen Ford wedding? Or finally, it's the man butts wedding. That's right, everybody. The man butts wedding. Now, in the next segment, which so here this begins the kind of graphic pictures. So please skip through this segment and probably the next segment, definitely the next segment. But skip through some of these pictures. It's time for hilarious wedding pictures in this week's edition of Funny Family Photos.
Drop it.
All right, so here's the first graphic picture, and I hope that you guys will get it. Talk about watermelon sugar high. Now, this looks like something, honestly, that would be, I live in a rural area in Illinois. This looks like something that I know, of people that I know would do. They have an entire bridal party brought down to the wedding in tractors. Look at the line of tractors and how far back it goes. Here's the next one. I'm really, really hoping that the man standing next to the woman is the father of the bride and not the groom, because he's definitely copping a feel to the lady next to him. How would you like, if it was the groom, how would you like to be the bride and you're all excited, you get your pictures and you're like, sweet, sweet. Why are you grabbing, hi, baby. What? Oh, you want to tell everybody be sure to watch you on TikTok? Okay. That your Taser Versus videos will be better? Okay. Sit. Sit. You're not sitting yet. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Sorry about that. Anyway, looking through the pictures and all of a sudden be like, why are you grabbing the maid of honor's ass? Here's the next one. The dog apparently was in the photo. It was in the wedding, so they got tired and just took a nap. I mean, seriously, how cute is that dog just laying on the train of the dress? The bride's face is like, what do I do? Speaking of dogs in pictures, this one, enjoy. Just minding their own business. Doing their own business. Here's the next one. I understand that some roles in life have changed. That it's not, the men don't have to be the breadwinners anymore. That the men don't have to do all the women don't have to do all the house cleaning. The men can do it. You know, I understand the roles have changed. But really, dude, really? Really? Here's the next one. And you know, I love it when you're trying to take a romantic picture, or even like if you're on vacation, you're trying to take a beautiful picture of even the sunset, and all of a sudden, photobomb! Another question that comes up is, why are they at an alpaca farm? I guess you kind of have to expect that if you do something on a farm with live animals. Here's the next one, and I really, really hope it was a themed wedding. Here's the next one. This is why I'm gay. This kid must be really confused. Because if that's how all women are, I'm kidding. And finally, this one took me a minute, so I circled it for you on the picture. Notice that in the church with the priest taking a picture, the kid is flicking off the camera. So here comes the next segment, and I will say again, graphic pictures. So please skip this segment, which will lead to the end. So I guess you could just stop watching right now. Anyway, if you're still watching, I should say. So this next one, and there's a new trend out there. Actually, I shouldn't say new. I don't know how long it's been around, but there's a trend out there where besides the wedding cake, the bride and groom have their own cake. And some of the pictures are of those, and some of them are of pictures from the bachelor or bachelorette party. It's time for the marketplace. Alright, here's the first one. Like I said, is kind of graphic, especially the details. It says to have and to hold. Very detailed. Very detailed. Here's the next one. I'm assuming this guy was a playa because it says game over. Here's the next one. Congratulations, Paul. Here's your dream stripper. Again, very detailed. Very detailed. Here's the next one. Again, with the details. But you know what? When you find paradise, he even got himself a motorboat. Sorry, that one just popped in my head. It may not actually be funny. I don't know. We're just going to roll with it, though. Here's the next one. Sorry, there's something in my face. Here's the next one. Congratulations, John. Life as you knew it was over. Here is the next one. And I only put this one on there because it's a friend's cake. Who doesn't miss the frame with the peephole? I don't even know if they ever used the peephole even. Now, I think that cake decorators or professional bakers, or whatever their actual term is, don't get enough credit. For example, when I lived in Texas, I worked at a company and we were having a cookout, and one of the girls there, as a second job, had her own business of decorating cakes, professional cakes. Excuse me. And she brought in a cake one time. It was supposed to be a grill with like hot dogs and like food on the grill and potato chips and a soda can. It was all edible, and it looked like a real grill, soda can, and bag of chips. I mean, it was flawless. Those people don't get enough credit. Here's another one that looks just amazing. Everything in it is edible. Everything. Here's the next one. Property of Jennifer. Hey, it's that ball and chain. It's what you signed up for these days. Here's the next one. If I can click on the right one. There we go. I would love to just have this six-pack. That's all I want. Just a six-pack. And finally, this person must be a cake for after a vasectomy because it says no swimming. Congratulations, Jared. can't get it off the screen now. There we go. No, now it's back on the screen. There we go. Okay. Well, that will do it for week 3 of Dating 101. Be sure to join me next week when we conclude our 4-part dating series with the marriage, kids, and death. Gotta love that topic. If you think there's something funny you see and let me start that over. If you see something funny you think I should see and share on the show, be sure to send it to me. There's my show email address, and be sure to follow me on TikTok for our Taser Versus videos, as she told you earlier, and behind the scenes looks, as well as exclusive TikTok contests. And I will say this right now, Murder Mystery Month in May is coming up. You may get bonus clues. Who knows? Because I haven't even planned it yet. But be sure to follow me on TikTok. And while you have a moment, please follow me here, like, subscribe, and get the notifications anytime I post a new episode, which is basically once a week. Anyway, I can't get those off the screen right now. And my whole I can just click the end. Anyway, be sure to join me next week, like I said, as we conclude our 4-part dating series, Dating 101. Until next week, everybody, that's all I'm saying.